Hello, and welcome to the college algebra class. I am Professor Ragland, and I am your instructor for the subterm. Let me help you to get started if you have not already. So we'll go to the VU website. This is called the Genza bar. So on the Genza bar, what you will see, and maybe I should do it from the student. Let me go inside. You'll see my courses over to your left. Okay, so click on that and you should see the 115, let's say 115.01, college algebra. All right, so once you click on your class, you should get a welcome message with my information on there, my office number, my email address, the ISBN number for the textbook. However, you just need the My Math Lab, okay, access code. You don't need the book. So when you have the access code, the ebook comes with your code. My office is located in Ellison Hall, 104H. Office hours, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 to 11. And then on virtual office hours, Thursdays, 10 a.m. To 12 noon via Zoom. So if you want to, communicate with me, you can install Zoom on your computer. Basically, it lets us to see one another, or you can come to my office, whichever one works for you. All right, so once you're in the class, okay, you will, and let me change my view. So let's see. So you can see what you're seeing. So you have your coursework, okay? The coursework will open weekly, and it's kind of like the same structure. You have homework, normally 1 or 2 sets, and then you have a discussion form each week. The first one is just the introduction, okay? So you can get your foot in to participate into an online discussion. All right, so you'll get to know, your virtual classmates. So you have homework that's in the My Math Lab. You have a discussion, which is in the Genza bar online platform. And then you have your quiz, which is also in the My Math Lab. Okay, so homework, quizzes, and tests are done in My Math Lab. Your discussion is done in the Genza bar. And your discussion is under the discussion forum. Over to the left, you'll see discussion forum. So if you go under discussion forum, then for the first one is the module 1, okay, discussion. And so that's when you provide an introduction. And so you want to make sure that you are participating in the discussion board each week, because this is part of your grade. So let's look at the syllabus. All right, your syllabus is located under syllabus, along with the My Math Lab directions here. So if you look under the syllabus, it gives you more detail about the class. Also, it gives you the weekly lessons. Okay. All right, so if we look at this, let's see. Let me move this out. And I should have sent this to you by email also. All right, it tells you my office hours on the syllabus. It gives you the book edition, tells you the outcomes, the objectives. This says on here TI 83, but if you can get a free online calculator. Just use one online. Okay, so you don't have to, if you don't have one, you don't have to buy one because they're free resources online. All right, so if you scroll down, you see the how you are evaluated in this class. You have a midterm examination, which is 20% of your grade. MML stands for My Math Lab. Okay, your quizzes are done in My Math Lab. That's 10%. Your attendance/discussion participation is 25%. So you want to make sure you're doing, you are doing your part in the discussion board. Your homework is worth 30%. Now, if the homework is you have an unlimited attempts to score 90 or above on the homework. It also gives you practice, for doing well on the quizzes and in the test. Your final exam is 15%. So this is how you're graded in the class. So you want to make sure for attendance purposes, okay, you want to make sure that you are participating 3 out of the 7 days of the week, okay? And so you want to know, this is one way to help you to be successful in an online class. Because yes, it takes work in any class that you do. So you want to make sure you are working. And you don't want to wait till the weekend to start on your work. So you want to be working, plan your agenda. If you want to work on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or if you're working on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, okay? So you want to try to do at least 3 days of that week. And sometimes you might need more. So it just depends on how long you're working. All right, so you're expected to purchase the My Math Lab. It's a math program. It includes your ebook. Now, you can talk with the financial aid to see if the code is included in your tuition. If it is, then you just go over to the bookstore and provide your ID for the access code. All right. If not, then you'll have to purchase it. You can purchase it from the bookstore, or you can purchase it from the actual site itself. Okay. So you're expected to get the My Math Lab, during the first week so you can get started, because you have 2 homework sets to complete in week 1, plus the quiz. So make sure you're completing the work, ask questions, and be involved in your discussions and the discussion boards. All right, and so if you read on in the syllabus, it talks about the academic dishonesty policy, so penalties for that. So you want to make sure that you are being honest. Okay, and then you have what's covered for the semester, important dates. Okay, so the last page is just telling you what we cover each week. So the first week is a review of solving equations. So hopefully, solving equations is very, very crucial for this class and any upper level math class, because the equations piece does not go away. So with the graphs and equations, you're solving equations. Chapter 4, you're solving equations. So that's why you have an assignment on just solving equations, just to make sure you are, up to par. And so that first homework set is dealing with expressions and equations, and you are expected to score a 70 or better, okay, to move forward, okay, to chapter 3. In chapter 9. And so in chapter 3, we're dealing with the graphs and equations. And then you'll have a quiz, a week 1 quiz. Okay, and that work is due by Sunday. And so we're going to look at so this is what we plan to do for the term. Okay. All right, so let's look at where My Math Lab is. So if we go to, all right, so also, okay, for My Math Lab needed to complete your work. So I give you information because for your class, you will need the course ID, okay? And that's provided to you in the announcement page as well as by email, okay? All right, so if we go to www.coursecompass.com, All right, so once you get here, you will need to register. Okay, so you register as a student. And so I can only go to a certain part. So with this, you need your email address, you need my course ID for your class, and then you'll need an access code, credit card, or PayPal. So if you received your code from the bookstore already, then you're ready to go. Otherwise, you can purchase the code from this site, okay? You need a credit card to do that. So once you have that information, then you click OK, you put in my course ID, okay? So whatever I provided for you for your class, that is your course ID for this class. So it'll be Raglan followed by numbers, okay? And that's lowercase r. So Raglan, R-A-G-L-A-N-D, okay? And it'll be followed by the 4 numbers that you were given. And then you hit continue. And so once you hit continue, and I can't go past this, but once you hit continue, you'll be asked to register or create an account if you don't already have an account. And so you'll put in your email address, your a username, and a password, okay? And so that means if you, whatever email address you choose, if you forget your password, it will email your password to that address, okay? So once you have registered, now this is the thing. Once you register, you can, if you haven't gotten the code right now, and let's suppose you get it next week, you can do a temp code. So once you create your account and then and hit enter, and it'll ask you to either enter your access code or pay, scroll down to the bottom, okay? And there will be a link that says a 14-day trial, okay? It'll say a 14-day trial. Click on that link and it will give you 14 days to use the system for free, okay? But you want to try to purchase the code before that trial expires, because once it expires, you no longer have access to the work that you've done. All right, so let me go back so you can actually see what it looks like. So I'll sign in. All right, so, okay, and you'll click on the term and it will give you on the left, so you have your assignments for the week 1 show. So there are 2 assignments. You have homework set 1 and you have the homework set 2, and then you have the quiz. So again, you want to make sure that you are you have a 70 or better on this first assignment, okay? For the other homework sets, 90 or above will get you 100, okay? So if you score 90 or above on the following homework sets, that's 100, but you need at least a 70 on this one, okay? So it just shows your mastery of the solving equations. And so there are 25 questions for this first one, okay? And so let me just show you how it works a little bit. All right, so here we have which of the following not linear equations in one variable. Now over here, this is your question help. Okay, so we have a question help. Let me use my board. And so if you click on the question help, sometimes it gives you, for this one here, it gives you the textbook, okay? You can also ask the instructor if you have questions, but a lot of them, you have a view and example. But for this one, and it may be for this particular homework set also that you don't have the view and example, so we'll look at another one. But which of the following is not a linear equation in one variable? You have to, what is a linear equation, okay? And so when we think about a linear equation, it has a certain format. Okay. And so linear equations, okay, we think about the mx plus b form, or, you know, we have this format, okay, or you also have ax plus by equals c. So in other words, okay, the exponents of the variable, okay, it's always 1. Okay, and it's fit in this format. Okay, ax plus by equals c. All right, that's the standard form. And so if you look over here, we already see that this has a square, so that eliminates it from being linear. B has a cube, that eliminates it from being linear. Okay, so we have this 3x minus 4 equals 0. Okay, and then we have 7x minus 6x equals 3 plus 9x. Okay, that fits the form. Okay, when you have your variables, x is x to the first power. Okay. All right, and so we have 2 of those. So it says select all that apply. So you would just click in the boxes. Okay, so you would click C and click D, and then you would check it. So let's look. So we would click C and click D. Now, even if, let's just suppose, okay, and then you check your answer. This is going to give you more than one attempt. So let's just suppose that we clicked B also. Okay, and let's see what happens. Okay, it says, sorry, that's not correct. Now it's telling you a linear equation in one variable, okay, and this is in one variable, okay. I gave you a linear equation in terms of 2 variables, but they're giving you the actual definition, okay. A linear equation in one variable can be written in the form ax plus b equals c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0, okay, because if a is 0, then that's saying b is equal to c, and we don't have a variable. All right, be sure to select the equations that are not of this form. So now, so we can say, okay, and we'll go back and let's uncheck this one. And so apparently it's going to give us 3 chances for this one. Sometimes it gives you 1 chance, and sometimes it gives you 3. So we'll check the answer. All right, and so, okay, now it's telling us in terms of one variable. All right, and so it's telling us that the 7x minus 6x equals 3. Oh, it's not in the form of ax plus b equals 0. So we know that in terms of one variable, this is a 3x, okay, equals 0. So let's look at this again, which is not a linear, which is not, okay, so we have to read the directions also. So which of the following are not linear equations in one variable? So these C and D are, and so it helps to read the directions. So A and B are not. So let's try this again. Now notice that this is the final check. Very good. Okay. So this is how the program works here. And then you get into being able to solve your equations. Now, let's look at this one because it's a way that they want you to enter your answers. And so when you do the solution set, now with this one, I'm just trying to see if this one has, so this has a viewing example. So some of them give you a viewing example. So if you look at this one, we have x minus 8 is equal to 64. So we know that to solve for x, we add 64 to both sides. Now, it may help to look at the example so you can see how to enter your solution. All right, you see here it says the solution set is 72. So do not put x equals, okay, into the solution set. Just put the answer. So for this one, when we have x minus 7 is equal to 3, we add 7 to both sides, so we get x is equal to 10. So you just put 10 in and then check your answer. So that's just a tip on entering your answers. All right, so that's for the first one. You're solving equations, and you can save it at any time, and you can pick back up. okay, where you started off from. Also, if you miss a question, you can do a similar exercise. Okay, I didn't go over that, so let me look at that. All right, so here, we know that if we add 2 to both sides, okay, we have -5 plus 2, we know that the answer is -3, okay? However, let's suppose we put in 3. And let's check it. It's going to give us three attempts. All right, say sorry, okay, and then gives you some feedback. Well, I'm thinking I'm right, so I'm going to click check answer again. So it's going to give you 3 attempts. And so now this is the final check. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it, just so you can see what happens. So this one here, it counts it wrong, but it gives you an opportunity to do similar question or move on to the next question. Let's suppose you don't want to address it right now. You just hit save. And what happens is this is marked wrong. However, when you come back to it, it tells you what the answer is. At the bottom, you can click on similar exercise, and it should give you another problem. And if you get that one right, it gives you credit for it. Okay. All right. So that's how that works. Now, let me just go back. Wow. And you always, when you log back in, it may ask you to, you want to click on the improve my score. If you click on the practice one, okay, it's not, when you redo something, it's not going to give you credit. Click on improve my score when you do that. All right, so, and then the homework set 2, you have 28 questions, okay? And so, again, you can do the question help, okay? And I have some resources for you under the syllabus module. So that's just a little something to get you started. If you have any questions, please, do not hesitate to ask me. I'm easy to work with. All right, look forward to working with you. Have a great day.